But all right. So I was recommended this video on my YouTube page about a person that I have watched, and throughout his interviews they have been iconic, they have been hilarious, they have been very wow factor, based on the fact of how I saw the person that they were interviewing, how they reacted, and it's Nardwuar. And if you haven't seen Nardwuar, I would definitely recommend you to check out a video about, I don't know, like it could be like your favorite artist has been interviewed by this person who is a definite GOAT, in my opinion. Like, he is very charismatic, he's very happy, he goes beyond in investigating everything that you did from when you were a child to when where you are right now, and it's freaking creepy. Like, it's like, whoa, like, how do you know about this? Like, that is just so interesting. But they made a whole like type of documentary based on him, which is a misunderstood superstar. So let's see what this is going to be about.
In this town long enough to know.
Get him out of here.
We're not gonna sit
like
here
I could
and
learn new
jack
stuff
off
that I
all
didn't know.
You should shut up, man. You're not funny.
This is embarrassing for you.
It's crack. The guy is on crack.
for asking one little question.
I don't give a shit.
Would you like to
Yikes.
all the attention?
Oh man.
I am Nardwuar, the human serviette from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
And you might recognize his face.
Yes, I've seen a
Nardwuar
whole
is a
bunch of
punk
videos
rocker,
to
radio
recognize this man's
talker,
face.
and unorthodox journalist, which
Doesn't sound like a normal name for a journalist, but then Nardwuar is
Nardwuar.
a normal journalist.
his peculiar name and appearance are now anchored in pop culture. But Nardwuar's journey is not without bumps, hurdles, and more than his fair share of doubters. This is the extravagant tale of Nardwuar, the misunderstood superstar. 1985, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. A child
Look at that,
named
the
John
graininess
Ruskin
of
attends
how it was back
Hillside
then.
Secondary School and is about to conduct his very first interview.
Circle Hillside Secondary School.
Here, he's interacting with the band Poisoned, and at just 17 years old, John's confidence is unparalleled.
That's crazy. The fact that he started this whole thing when he was 17, and obviously, like, I'm assuming it's a pretty big band. I haven't heard these guys because obviously it's not my era that I have listened to this music. But if they are the big ones, then that is crazy.
Here we go. Tight squeeze. Stiletto. Onwards, we must move past September 26, 1985, into the future. What lays ahead?
Oh, what laid ahead was so much freaking crazy interviews.
A year later, in 1986, John attends the University of British Columbia, where he volunteers for the campus radio station CITR.
So we've seen the CITR library. Any questions? We might have been on air when that happened. We were probably on air when that happened.
This was John's proper introduction to the behind-the-scenes
Damn,
of
that
radio
has to be a
and
lot of
journalism.
freaking files.
He was
Look at that.
enthralled. Surrounded by all things
no.
music,
It's
CITR
music.
was an enlightening
Dude,
experience
that
for
thing
John.
probably has
He
the whole
quickly became
freaking
part of the furniture,
music
and it was
from
here
the beginning
name
of the time.
Nardwuar originated. There's not much information on what this name means. He insists.
It's a name. It's a concept. It's just for fun.
John's
I love the
decision
name,
to change his
Nardwuar.
identity is the first evidence of him distancing himself from the crowd.
That's crazy.
From the very
Like,
beginning,
the fact that you're
Nardwuar
literally seeing
invited the puzzled
a person that you
onlookers,
have seen,
and this name change sets
but back
the ball
then-
rolling.
Basically, they're come-ups, and it's crazy.
Despite an unbridled passion for music, much of Nardwuar's time was spent working towards his bachelor's degree in history.
Do you have any idea what
Oh
you're
yeah, I have
going
a
to
friend
do once you get out of
that
university? You know, when
is
you
going in that
grow
route.
up?
I wonder how
Well,
that's going.
My parents have an idea. My dad would like me to be an engineer.
And what do you think about that?
I'm gonna try to be an engineer, but I don't think I'll be an engineer.
You know what's funny? The fact that like literally like his voice in that time literally sounds the same as now. Like if you watch a video, basically this one of him in the past and him in the present, they literally sound the same.
Engineering wasn't on his roadmap. But in 1988, Nardwuar combines his newfound hobby of interviewing with an interest in local history.
Mr. Turner, can I ask you a question? Well, what's this now for? Actually, it's for CITR Radio. I was wondering, who are your main idols, would you say? Your top 3 idols?
All right, thanks very much.
In 1990,
Okay.
Nardwuar graduates with his bachelor's degree and decides now was the time to go all in on music and journalism. Because there was something very special that Nardwuar hoped to pursue, and that was called the Evaporators.
Okay,
The
here we go.
Evaporators.
Starting CITR.
Like I said, I haven't even heard them.
Party. We're the Evaporators. Whoa,
The Evaporators were made up
I
of
didn't even know that
Nardwuar
this
as a
man
lead
was in a
singer,
band.
with his
Look at
friends
that.
David, Scott, and Pete behind him. Right from the start, Nardwuar's wild energy was infectious to watch. Inspired
Oh my
by bands
gosh.
like the Sonics, the Cramps, and the Kingsmen, the Evaporators benefited from an absolutely electric frontman. Day to day, Nardwuar mostly contained his brimming excitement for life, but on stage, with that microphone in hand,
He
there
let
was no
all
containing
his energy out. Damn. Can they release a freaking what's it called, a record or something on Spotify to hear this? I actually want to hear that now.
Hopefully through cargo distributors and the United States.
But as fun as leading a punk rock band was, post-uni life for Nardwuar also included a lot of political press conferences.
Earlier today at a news conference at Science World, a reporter from UBC's CITR radio threw an oddball question at Gorbachev.
Damn, at Gorbachev, bro.
Hi, Mr. Quill. Who's the Prime Minister of Canada?
Do you think, though, that mace equals freedom? Some of the protesters were maced.
What do you say?
Pepper spray?
For me, pepper, I put it on my plate.
Can you cure the summertime blues? Can you cure stupidity, Mr. Ainsley?
Oh, I wish you'd shut up, man. You're not funny enough.
No, I was just wondering.
God's liable strike you dead acting like you're acting, and I'll tell you enough's enough. And you need God. That's what you need.
Thanks. Have a good lunch.
Damn, dude, he freaking went and poking like political figures. That is crazy. And the fact that he already gave him like a threat of saying that, oh, they're gonna freaking smite you for acting like, he's literally just giving you like a type of his own version of an interview. And if you take it into such a freaking like route of saying, oh my gosh, you're so freaking messed up, bro, that's how it is. When you're in a high power, you're gonna expect people that are either gonna make fun of you or they're gonna try to make some gimmicks with what's it called, trying to find the word, like they're sly questions that obviously could indicate as an insult or just a question.
In the years after graduating, Nardwuar was becoming recognized as an eccentric political journalist in Canada.
Nardwuar, the human serviette, Timothy Leary.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
But these stale conference rooms were a long way from where he knew he belonged.
And doot-doodaloot-doo. 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 Doot-doodaloot-doo.
I wonder since when
By the turn of
has
the
he said
century,
that?
Nardwuar was generating
Like his
a
whole
presence in
line.
the music industry with his unmatched energy towards interviewing music artists.
Come on, let's go. Come on, come on, come on.
His eccentric demeanor meant every interview was a memorable, and it didn't take long for Nardwuar's name to be muttered amongst high-profile celebrities.
Dude, this is why I loved his interviews, because like besides like you see other interviews where they're saying, what is your name? Oh, this is my name, and obviously like I'm gonna be asking you some questions. Like whenever you have people that interview that do it in a funny way, it gets memorable, it gets stuck in your head. Like we have the hot ones where obviously there's the gimmick of you invite a celebrity, you make questions while they're eating chicken wings that are from spicy all the way to the most diabolic of spice. That's a way to get it memorable. It gets stuck in your head. With Nardwuar, it's the same thing. He has the goofy side of what he is. He gives what's it called, whoa questions to whoever he's interviewing, and the viewer gets to see that and they're like, whoa, this guy is freaking amazing. He's way more different from a typical interview person. And that's why I loved his interviews so much, especially with certain artists that I listen to. But he has a bunch of videos.
Hello. I'm feeling great, Mr. Brown.
Well, I know that Mr. Brown is real great, but I think you might have better call me James Brown.
But Nardwuar wasn't getting into these rooms with just a funny hat and a voice. No, he knew that in order to really leave a mark on his guests, he needed to do his homework.
His dad played in a surf band.
Oh,
and
here it
released
is.
a surf record.
That's true.
It's not weird that he... How do you know
What were they
that?
called?
Where did you read that?
He was inexperienced,
Yeah, they're
It
like,
didn't
what
matter
the
that
hell?
he
They're
was
like, how do you
nervous.
freaking know this?
He used it
It's
to
like,
his advantage.
you're the
less you
artist.
know,
We
the
gotta
better.
know.
If you're nervous, that's good. That makes you try to find out more information about the person you're talking to.
When it came to interviewing Snoop Dogg for the
Damn,
first
look
time,
at Snoop Dogg
he knew
back in the day,
Oh,
bro.
he loves comedy. Maybe he
My
likes
gosh.
Red Fox, the comedian. Oh, and my friend Diane Holm has a Red Fox doll.
I like Red Fox. This dope. Where you get this from? Can I have it?
Dude, the
With that
freaking
wealth, Nardwuar's
suit.
hunger to astound his crowd leaked into his interviewing approach.
Whether you're diving in the crowd, trying to get the people into it, or diving into the story, trying to extrapolate the information.
His peculiar presence, curious questions, and generous gift-giving was a treat for many
Yes.
of Nardwuar's guests. But to suggest that these interviews often went smoothly would be remarkably dishonest.
You only have like 2 more questions until we're done.
I don't give a shit.
Damn.
Because you're putting your microphone too close to my face.
We're not gonna sit here and jack off all day.
He's speechless. It's Nardwuar. It's speechless.
Yo, get him out of here.
I'm hungry.
Damn, dude. That was wrong with them. Like, bro, like, I know these people were probably busy or they just didn't want to like talk, but you're literally talking into the presence of someone who literally started from the bottom, and now where you see him right now, dude, he's freaking living the best life. Like, he's interviewing all these artists, they love him, and to all the ones that hated him, bro, now you're freaking seeing like how much of a success he is. And it just proves that obviously just being you and not letting yourself getting, what's it called, like, I want to, crap, what is the term? Not being hit with all the judgment and all the bullying that comes with it, you will become overly powered to all those haters. Because look at him, like, there's some people that didn't want him like to do the interview, like, get away from me, I don't want to talk with you, they're messing with him. And I'm assuming all these artists are looking back now and they're saying, damn, we probably shouldn't have done that, because obviously, like, he is a genuine guy and we're sorry that we did that. Damn.
For an intelligent conversation, which I've yet to find.
Many simply couldn't comprehend Nardwuar and were difficult with him with malicious intent or not.
He's not gonna be like
There are
a dick
couple
to you. He'd be like,
instances where
"Oh,
Nardwuar's vulnerability
so why are
as
you
an
so
interviewer
stupid?"
were taken advantage of by indisputable.
Like, he's actually just giving you a question.
Good to see you again. Are you happy to take my hat? Are you happy? Are you happy?
Are you happy?
Well, what about your other bandmate?
In a 2003 interview with Blur, Nardwuar noticed within seconds that he'd entered a hostile environment. The 5-minute interview begins with drummer Dave Roundtree snatching Nardwuar's paper, pushing him, stealing his glasses, tossing his hat, and conducting an intimidating stance. He then refuses all questions, threatens Nardwuar, and eventually assaults him. Twat.
Bro, yeah, like a total dick. Bro, like, he's just giving you an interview. He's not gonna freaking clock you with his microphone and take you all down. You guys are superstars. Act like freaking role models of being all genuine, not being such a freaking damn dick and just pushing the interviewer who is literally just very nice to you, just asking you the question and answer. There's no point of freaking getting it violent. So dumb, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm hoping that these artists look back to all the freaking judgment that they gave to this man, because this man is the most sweetest man that I've ever seen in content wise on YouTube that does interviews. The most sweetest guy.
He leaves the room 3 minutes in, and then on, the interview becomes a little less painful. Unfortunately, this experience is not unfamiliar to Nardwuar, because 8 years previously, he'd gone through worse with Sonic Youth.
Jeez.
This 1991 conversation,
bro, it's
marks
all the
beginning
freaking
of
90s, the
Nardwuar's
90s to
interviewing
2000s, the early 2000s. People were such dicks. Oh my gosh, dude.
Did you record at
And I was
Conrad
born
Uno's
in the
Funny
2000s.
Lost Airtel in Seattle? Maybe. Conrad Uno. Hey, just a minute, pal. Just a minute. No, not in that bag. No, not in that bag. Look, I have something to show you. I have something to show you. No, I want to show him. I want to show him. I want to show you. No.
Bro.
Oh my God! You fucking piece of shit!
Dude.
Guitarist Lee Ronaldo steals Nardwuar's bag and destroys a $100 collector record he was planning to gift them.
Dude, oh my gosh, dude. I will never understand that why did artists who were going up in the top think that they were like the best? Like, why did they overly think that like they were the best and that they could do whatever they want? Like, I remember like there were some videos I saw that there's some artists that would do like crazy video shoots, because obviously like we're in an era that those artists, they have already gone and done their what's it called, their message, and now people get to see it with live action biographies of them. Like they did one of NWA, and basically like I listened to NWA as I was like a little bit growing up. Like I was listening to the 90s rap, and then the 2000s, and then NWA decided to like go in the mix. I saw their biography that they made and saw like what was behind the scenes and what was going on. How did they become this? And it's the same thing like this. Like, yes, they were at the top. Like, I wouldn't understand why they felt that. Like, is it like the rush of all the crowd like praising them or something like that? But like, no, dude. Like, we're in 2023. Like, being big doesn't make you overly too big, because now you could get canceled for saying the most stupidest stuff, or actions that you take. It's a lot more, what's it called, cultured and niched now. And yeah, it's crazy. Like, I don't know why these people back then thought that they were the best, because knowing the fact that 8 years later it was not going to be the same anymore. And they broke a freaking record that's $100.
You were in
That's messed
Seattle,
up.
Washington, weren't you, Mr. Sonic Youth? Come on, I'll take a picture.
Oh!
No!
Completely
scared! No, hey, come on!
Oh!
Hey, you can't run away. Okay, well, we still can finish. I can't believe this. I can't believe.
And like I'm telling you, like, he's just being so genuine. He's not being like hostile towards you. He's just doing a normal interview and was gonna give you a gift. He wasn't gonna be all like hostile and hurt you.
This.
There are maybe hundreds of instances where the world seemed to tell Nardwuar he was on the wrong path. He breaks convention, upsets the norm. To a lot, Nardwuar is hard to grasp, especially when he was coming through. There is a clear trend in his early years of guests misunderstanding Nardwuar, but if there's one thing we know about him, he doesn't mind.
I prepare because I know I'm going to keep doing them over and over and over again.
What commitment. Look at that. He was able to do an interview with Juice WRLD. Rest in peace, Juice WRLD. Look at that. All these artists. Doja,
Same amount
Lil
of research into
Yachty.
every single interview I do.
Wait, hold up. How you know that?
Yo, I don't know if you're fucking police or you're.
Look at that. Like they were like, what the hell?
Is you the FBI? CIA?
This VHS cassette right here.
Oh my, Kev.
Oh, I freaking love this interview.
The
Where he was
minute
like,
you think you
what?
know something
How?
is the minute you should quit.
Yo, how do you know this, bro?
Most guys who interview me don't have as much personality as you.
This is one. See, even Snoop Dogg says it. A lot of interviewers don't have the same personality that you have. That's why whenever I see a Nardwuar video, it's always such a treat, because you see how genuine and nice this guy is, and brings it with a twist. He's not like a usual interviewer where they're just all calm. They just ask the questions and they're just like, okay. So, how do you feel about this? Like, no, like he gives it a twist. And that's what's freaking makes him goated.
The most impressive interviews I've ever experienced in my life.
In many ways, Nardwuar is still the same excitable kid from all those years
With
ago.
Tyler, bro.
They
The
doubted
Tyler
him,
videos were so
underestimated
funny.
him, but he's been rock solid, an immovable object. In an
And then when
industry
like
that
he's
took
done,
a long
he does the
time to catch
freaking
up
the
with
still
him. He's
motion,
battled
bro.
a brain hemorrhage, a stroke, and heart surgery.
Wait,
while
what?
Time to catch up with him. He's battled a brain hemorrhage, a stroke, and heart surgery while never losing that joyful grin.
Damn, dude, he went through a brain hemorrhage and just like stuff that is like very critical to you, and if it doesn't work out, you could actually pass away. Dude, that is crazy. These are things that I don't even know about Nardwuar. Like, if they were to give a whole interview about him and they were to go in the same deep dive as him, I would be surprised. I'd be like, I didn't know that this happened. I didn't know that you were in a rock band. I didn't know that you did an interview when you were 17. I didn't know that you had what's it called, medical problems, but you were able to overcome them. I didn't know this and that. Like, see, the things you know.
If I can do it, you can do it too.
Be curious. Forget
No, I
the
want to
doubters,
say
and
anything in the
never,
damn TED Talk.
ever forget. Doot 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 doot.
Doot doot.
Say goodnight, John. Good night.
Aww. Bro, such a freaking great interview. Or not interview. What a great short biography discussion about one of the greatest, Nardwuar, and he is still killing it with showcasing so many videos. And like I said, I definitely recommend you to check it out, because he probably could have interviewed one of your favorite artists. There were already a bunch that were mentioned: Snoop, Logic, Doja Cat, Lil Yachty, Juice World, a whole bunch of artists. And he does it with a smile on his face. That's why I freaking love watching those videos, because he is the most genuine, most wholesome person who does interviews that I love to see. So damn, how wholesome.